Hello folks, welcome back to the show here on FlickDirect, where I give you guys the latest that happened in movie news throughout the week, and then I give you guys my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and we had quite a few things happening this week besides the big elephant in the room, which I will get to for our last story. But starting off, is that the Pikachu is coming out very soon, and it's a movie based on a video game, which, not gonna lie, never played. I wish I had now because the movie looks pretty darn good. But a few lucky people were going to Japan to see the first look at Detective Pikachu, and all the reactions are good. All good! Could this be actually the first video game movie that gets great reviews? I hope so, because as we all know, video game movies tend to have a terrible track record, but for me personally, there's quite a few out there that I like. Like, for example, I love the first Mortal Kombat. I actually like Need for Speed. Be quiet, all of you out there. Yes, I find Need for Speed a hell of a fun movie. The first Silent Hill movie is actually pretty decent, and there's a couple of others out there. Oh, the first Resident Evil movie is actually the only decent one. Other ones I hate with a burning passion, including the final chapter. But first reactions have come out for Detective Pikachu, and a lot of them are saying that for not only for Pokemon fans, but also for non-Pokemon fans, it's going to be a lot of fun. And as a person who grew up not only watching the Indigo League for Pokemon, I know people out there as well, but also grew up playing Pokemon Blue, Red, Pokemon Stadium, and all the Pokemon games, this is a movie that I am excited to see. I'm not going to lie, especially knowing that Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu. Hell yeah. But no, Detective Pikachu comes out very soon. I'm very excited to see this film, and I'm excited to see the world of Pokemon coming to life, but like with a CG live action look to it. Seriously, cannot wait for this film. Next up, we have some very unfortunate news, and that is that director John Singleton, the man who gave us Boys in the Hood. He also gave us Too Fast, Too Furious. And there's one other film with Taylor Lautner that came out a couple years back, which I cannot think of for some reason, don't remember liking it, but still. And actually, he is the one that inspired Ice Cube to write Friday. I'm not even kidding. But unfortunately, John Singleton has gone into a coma following a stroke. Funny enough, since I did mention that he inspired Ice Cube to write Friday, Ice Cube's first acting performance was actually in Boys in the Hood, and that's a film I have not seen yet. Don't kill me. But no, this really does suck, and I really do hope the best for John Singleton. I hope he comes out of his coma. Next up, we have some news regarding Guillermo Del Toro's next feature film. It's actually a remake of a film that came out in 1947 called Nightmare Valley. Now, I don't know too much about this film, other than that the plot of the original film was that it follows a medium, quotations, but it follows a medium that fakes talking to the dead. There's not much more I know about it. I mean, it got amazing reviews back in the days, so I'm imagining that Guillermo del Toro sees something in the original source material that he wants to adapt for a remake, and a Guillermo del Toro film always excites me. I absolutely love Pan's Labyrinth, one of the best foreign films of all time. I love Pacific Rim. Hellboy 2 is an amazing film, and I love The Shape of Water. However, I was not a big fan of Crimson Peak, if you ask me. But nevertheless, there's no denying that Guillermo del Toro is an amazing filmmaker, whether he is directing or writing. And not just that, but we have some news that Leonardo DiCaprio is joining on board for the lead of this. I think he's joining on board for the lead. It's either that or he's joining on board for some role in this film. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the very first time that Leo and Guillermo del Toro are working together. And this is really exciting because I love to see that one of my favorite actors working today is working with one of the best directors working today. So I'm totally down to see how this works out. On to our second to final news story, we have some new details on Bond 25. I believe that the Bond Instagram page, where there was a live stream that happened regarding the 25th Bond film, which is releasing next year. I think it's either Valentine's Day in the summertime. I'll put the actual release date right here. But this is a film that absolutely, yes, I'm hyped for it. I love the James Bond films. James Bond has been a pretty pivotal part of me growing up. I mean, I grew up watching GoldenEye, mainly the Pierce Brosnan films and the Sean Connery films. But a couple days ago, there was a reveal. Everyone was expecting a title, but we did not get that. But we did get a lot of casting details. We have a lot of people joining in, and of course, it was confirmed that during this reveal that Rami Malek would be playing the villain, and he said that I am jealous of everyone going to Hawaii, I believe, for production. I'm not too certain where he did say, but he said that despite that, I'll make sure that Bond will not get it easy. This guy is one of the best actors working today, especially knowing that he's being directed by Cary Fukunaga, the guy who brought us True Detective. I mean, hell yeah. Now that Beast of No Nation, check it out. It's a hell of a movie. Not just that, but coming off his Oscar when playing as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, but also in playing as Mr. Robot, one of the best TV shows. I mean, to be fair, I have not seen all the show. I've seen a couple of episodes, and from what I saw, he is amazing in it. But knowing that he was cast as a Bond villain, I'm looking forward to seeing whether he will be more of a physical threat or more of an intellectual threat. I'm hoping it's the latter, because this man, an intellectual threat against Bond, that'll be cool. But we will see what goes on. But other than that, I cannot wait to see Bond 25. And this is going to be, I've been hearing Daniel Craig's last time playing Bond. And you know what? End it with a bang, sir. End it with a bang. On to our final news story. As we all know, Avengers Endgame has come out this week. And I actually saw it twice. And actually to my left, over here, well, you guys will see it as you're right. But to my left over here, I have one of the IMAX AMC collectibles. I'm actually going to go back next week and to get the other one because I love the film that much. But no, Avengers Endgame, just to let you guys know, it's at this moment one of my favorite films of the year. Might be my favorite film of the year. I mean, I loved Endgame so much that, of course, as I mentioned, I've seen it twice already. And I'm gonna see it for a third time because I loved it that much. But as we all imagined, Endgame is shattering a whole bunch of box office records. Domestically, for example, it reached over 300 million, I believe over 350 million domestically, which is huge. But not only that, but get this, guys. In the first 5 days of releasing, it is projected to gross over 1.2 billion. Yeah, let me just repeat that. 1.2 billion in the first 5 days. Now, I shouldn't act shocked about this because, of course, this is one of the most anticipated movies of all time. But still, oh my god, that is amazing! Yeah, for all of you that are saying that superhero fatigue is real, this proves it's not. But no, seriously, I'm really happy that Endgame is obliterating box office records because it deserves it. This is one of the best superhero films I have seen in a long time. Honestly, this is honestly the best superhero film I have seen since either Scott Pilgrim vs. the World or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I adore both of those films to no end. If you guys have not seen Avengers Endgame already, go see it. I shouldn't be shocked knowing how anticipated this movie was, but the question is, will Star Wars cross that in the first 5 days? Not certain, but you know what? Again, congrats to Avengers Endgame for pulling off one hell of a feat. I can't wait to watch this movie again. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for this week's show. Guys, please comment down and let me know below. How do you all feel about the first reactions to Detective Pikachu? Does this make you guys even more excited to see it? Are you guys less excited to see it? Also, how do you guys feel about John Singleton being in a coma? Are you guys big fans of John Singleton? Also, how do you guys feel about Leonardo DiCaprio and Guillermo Del Toro teaming up for a Nightmare Valley remake? Have you guys seen the original film? Are you guys excited for this film, knowing what is behind the camera on this film? Also, how do you feel about Bond 25's casting details, knowing that Rami Malek has officially signed to play as the villain? And finally, how do you all feel about Avengers Endgame grossing or just smashing box office records? Are you guys surprised about this? Are you guys shocked at all? Or are you guys insanely happy like myself? Let me know below. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video from us goes live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 videos, please click either right there or there. And of course, until our next show next week, we will see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys.